What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Zachary Reality. It is Zachary Reality, and we are here with Aron from Deal or No Deal Island. Aron, it is so nice to meet you. You are definitely a fan favorite. So, how are you doing today? Welcome.
I'm doing good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought I wasn't gonna get emotional. I'd be ready for this, but seeing Jordan and Rob reaction, it got me emotional last night. So it was either way, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've had such a great season. There's been so many great moments. You've been like
Yeah,
a huge personality on the show. Did you expect to get this love and this attention and to be such a key player going into it?
going into it, no. I just thought there's like 13 big personalities. Like I'm more of a, I'm kind of the regular guy. And nowadays, maybe I think I clued that into myself. I feel like I'm very much like the average dude, and I think that people really like that. They really want to see that, and they want to see like there's the crazy personalities are fun, but they just want to see an average guy who's a little anxious and naughty and cries easily. Like that's me. There's a lot of people see that, and yeah, I didn't know I would be, but once they put me in the Jeep with Rob and we became friends, I was like, I see where this is going. I could become big after this.
Yeah, and we saw your bromance with Rob develop throughout the season. And
Sure.
the biggest question I have is who would you have sent home if you won that game of Deal or No Deal Island?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna point to Ben. Ben, you're out here. Ben and Kamali. I don't.
Uh,
let's keep everyone else. No, it was gonna be Stephanie.
okay.
It was crazy. I didn't have it in me. There's a bunch of people who are there's no matter what, there's gonna be people who are gonna be aghast at that decision. Either, but I really, Rob had really done a lot for me. We'd gone through it all. If you look back on it, like moment when Alyssa leaves and he's there and he tells me like, oh, like if any of those people give you problems, come to me. I'll deal
Mhm.
with them. That he was see I you there's any there's times when you can when Rob's playing the game. There's times he's not. That was not a game move. That was him being really personal. So he just done so much for me. I didn't have it in me.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. I thought you would have got rid of Stephanie too. It would have been a good move, but you and Rob relied on each other throughout the game,
Yeah.
and he needed you as much as you needed him because you gave him a chance when no one else would. And I think
Yep.
that's really interesting that you brought up that he did have your back in that way because there is times where it's a little confusing when he's being manipulative and when he's like says he
Right.
genuinely cares about you. And I see your videos on Instagram, like I see the genuine bond, but I did feel like he was, almost using your insecurities and your vulnerabilities to kind of use you as a pawn throughout the game sometimes. I
Maybe.
guess it
Yeah.
comes with the territory because it's a game, but I
A,
was just kind of
a
wondering like
little.
what your take was on that, especially watching how the show aired.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think that I do think that maybe like look, we all everyone who leaves always thinks that they're the master, they're not the mastermind, but they think they would charge their own actions, they did everything and like they were not manipulated. So maybe I'm wrong, but I did mention to people, I did mention to the professionals that I leaned into it at some points.
Yeah.
What when you told look at like I was looking at Jamil. It was like like Kim was like, oh, he thinks he's a master strategist, and Jim in Jamil and like he's Rob's number like secondhand man. Well, I was Rob's like closest friend, but when Stephanie told me oh who was manipulating you, I was like, oh really? Do you think she really? I make myself smaller. I
Yeah.
kind of did these small things, and I realize now that maybe it didn't come across the camera, but knowing that this is a game at the end of the day that anyone could eliminate you. I once I realized that everyone thought I was Rob's minion. He was pulling my strings. I leaned into it fully. I just said, "Cool. You don't if you think that low of me, let him think that. I'm gonna win. I'll let you guys and it makes the target even smaller on me. And nowadays, I don't think I even need to do that. This is a game with not much voting. People want to drag me to the end, so I didn't even do that. But yeah, no, but yeah, but to answer your question, it really is really hard to trust anyone, but especially like it's Rob
Yeah.
Mariano. So I always had my. It took me a while to let my guard down around him because everyone else was a blank slate, and he was a known quantity, which is could be someone who could do anything to win the game.
Yeah. No, I think that's important that you said that you really did lean into that because I did see that. And I actually thought that it was good that you were doing that because you
Yeah.
could have made it to the end. You could have won. Like I had no idea what was going to happen. Did you feel like what did you think was going to happen after? Let's say you got rid of Stephanie and you were down to the four. Were you planning on just going to doing whatever it takes to win? Were you planning on
Yeah.
just going to the end with Rob, voting him out, or Amy? Like what was next?
So Joe tells us like he's like this is like the last time to put the like money in the pot or like last time, and I was like, and so we'd heard like before like, oh, like this is it's different, it's not going to be the same, like we don't I don't know what the format is, and we none of us knew it, but it had a feeling like, it got feeling like this is not like, we're not gonna have two immune and safety again, this is going to be something completely different. So my assumption was like this is the last moment, so really at that point like it was the right move to eliminate him, but I felt like from this point on, it was going to be every man posted for themselves.
Mhm.
So my game plan was just to win out, and so it's like I've always said it, like it's really funny that the reason I didn't get there is because my it's really these simple mistakes, and but that's me, I let myself get in my own head, and that's okay, and it's a learning process. So but
Mhm.
yeah, it's so funny. If I I really did feel like this is my I let the game. I lost, and I didn't. The other four didn't win over me, but they did. But I lost. It was, I guess, my mindset. But yeah,
But
scoot up.
I'm sure you're just like grateful for the experience and like the opportunity. So what have you learned like most about yourself from this show?
I've learned to be a lot more confident and be patient with myself. I was constantly in my own head, second guessing myself. So, like, trust my gut. Like it's like I was like when I got back with that full case, I was like, why am I trying to play the middle? Why am I trying to like? I was like, I don't know what the right side is. I'm gonna take a middle case, and then I won't be. And then if I'm making the wrong choice, then it will be the repercussions will be less. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, go with your gut. Like my gut is saying like if I put all the balls in Rob's vault or whatever, like he's gonna go against the banker and he's not eliminating me. So yeah, like credit to Stephanie. She it wasn't her lie, but she definitely made me second guess myself at times before that. So yeah, like I said, it's really
The confidence.
I yeah. What you say?
The confidence. See, I feel like I saw
Yeah,
you gain it
that was
more
it.
each episode, and you even got like better at
Absolutely.
the challenges. Like,
Yeah.
it's not all about like the physical strength. Like, there's like a lot that goes into these challenges. Did you have a favorite challenge or like a favorite moment from a challenge that you
Ooh.
can like look back on and be like, that was so fun. I killed that.
Yeah. I mean, look, driving the jet ski was amazing. Like I like look we look these they like they said the ATV was like I'd ride an ATV before I'd ride it for like we tested it for safety reasons to like to see if we could do it. I could not handle this horrible.
Mhm.
So, but the jet ski, I was like, this is my jam. So that was a lot of fun. I think Rob probably just second guessed himself, but if I'm tell everybody I tricked Rob. I was the mastermind. I made him think that he took the wrong case. That bluffing challenge. That's the one. I don't know if I'm gonna I'm gonna give myself a pat in the back, and I'm gonna say that it was really 100% me, and no percent him being second guess, percent him second guessing his own gut. But
For
I
sure.
that was a highlight for me for sure.
Yeah, I love that. I do want to ask about Alyssa and Stephanie. They did have like a really big blowout during that
Yes,
tribal, that temple. And Alyssa, your best friend, ended up going home. You were really upset that night. That was maybe probably your lowest point of the
for
season.
sure.
What upset you so much about that?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, because I think it's funny. Everyone who analyzed the situation, I think Stephanie actually got it the most. I saw another interview with Stephanie. She points out the fact that I had an argument before, and I always struggled with it. And Alyssa was there, and then this time I had this argument, and it's and I'm like, I feel like crap because she's like, because I felt like at one point I looked at Alyssa, and I apologized for because I didn't defend her because Stephanie's really giving to her I like credit like look I think nowadays that was the right thing, they should have just had words and let it all out because you got to air out your frustrations, but I was there at the time. I was like I really wanted to stand up for my friend, so I told her I wish I did, and she said no one did. She whispered that under her breath. She didn't mean for me to hear it, so I really and but it hit me. I felt like I'd let my friend down. So
Mm.
yeah, it was a combination of the argument, the stress creating the argument, and Alyssa had really become a support system. So in this game you do have to use people for support. You don't have your family, you don't have your friends, but I think you do have to really to understand that at the end of the day, like your support system can be eliminated at any point. So
Mhm.
juggling that was hard. So nowadays I can figure that out, but you needed to go through it to for me to learn that
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You need a friend in this game because, everyone is out for themselves.
for
And you
sure.
guys were in the minority alliance. At least
Yeah.
from the show, it was like you, Alyssa, and Rob. Did you know that there was this Night Owls alliance and that they were having all these plans and trying to get rid of you guys and that there was
Yeah.
it was a lot of them. It was almost all of them except for the three of you at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I didn't know the name of it. I think Alyssa knew the name because of Dawson, but I didn't know the name of it. But yeah, it was obvious. Like it was like people got personal offers and they shared it with their partners. Like and Nick got one and shared it with Stephanie and Rob points out like that's going to bond them. Sure enough, I 100% agree. They bonded since then, maybe before then. But you could tell they were super close, and that was in. So like I always think this is always my I always give myself a pat on the back for this. Like I knew I was kind of the minority alliance, but look like I could see it. Like Raw, I found people who I think Alyssa and Raw. I think Alyssa was the second best competitor there. She was super athletic, and I think like you can see like she tricked Nick in the bluffing competition. They are great competitors, and as well as people who are very who have the potential to be conniving
Mhm,
and know they know the game. So I found two of the biggest targets in the game, and I hid behind them. So
mhm,
I was pretty. I felt, I felt like obviously, worried, especially when, the only time I really felt worried to be eliminated was Dawson. And Amy, I knew you can ask her. She was going to eliminate Alyssa that time, which not that it mattered to make this bonus,
mhm.
but yeah, I knew I had the two biggest shields in the game, so yeah, it was. We don't want to be the minority alliance, but I was in a good position.
Yeah, and it's also like it's not like everyone's voting each week. Like there's
No,
challenges that can keep you safe. So there is a lot of ways to make it farther without being
for sure.
the most popular, but it'll be interesting to see how it ends because like you were saying every week is different. There's a new twist, there's a new turn, there's a new challenge. So
Yeah,
it's like we don't know what to expect with the final four and how that's going to go with all the money. So we only have a couple minutes left. I do want to know
yeah.
your prediction, maybe what you want to see happen. And can you tease if like everyone comes back at least to participate in any way, like the
I
old
don't know. I don't
contestants?
know if I don't know if I can do that. But that was a
Okay.
that was a theory. Like we all kind of we all huh, like because deal or no deal is like the idea is like it's like you have your family and friends right next to you. So we were like, where's our family and friends? Are they going to come in? So our theory was either that or the other thing. But
Yeah.
that or family and friends or we come in. But either way,
Okay.
we when I left the game, I was like, look. I really feel like I've squashed things with Amy and Steph. We were definitely on opposite sides. Definitely had things that were said, and I said things that maybe weren't aired as well. So it's like I said, like they're not villains. They're three-dimensional
Players.
people. Like they're human beings. So but at the end of the day, like I'm super close with Rob and Jordan, and that was I don't know who I was rooting for then, and I don't know who I'm rooting for now. It's because Rob is one before, so you kind of but I'm so close to Rob. I really don't want to root against Rob, but so it's really like I would love to see either of them win. Rob because he's one of my close friends, and Jordan because she's not only one of my closest friends, but like it's a new person winning. Like that'd be so much fun. So one of the two.
Okay, well, time will tell. I can't wait to see what happens on the
I
finale.
know.
Thank you so much for chatting with me, Aron. I was so excited to chat with you. I loved watching you on the show all season. Where can everybody find you and follow you?
Yeah. So most of my social media is on Instagram. They call me don't call me A1 AYAY. But I've said it before. No one has my name, Aron Barbell. If you search me on other social media, I should change them. I'm gonna eventually change them and have them all be the same name. But just search me on social media, unless it's a fake account, you'll probably find Aron Barbell. It's me. So but yeah, follow me on Instagram and I love to keep in touch with fans.
Okay, I love that. All right, well, thank you so
Yeah,
much, Aron. We'll talk to you later.
sounds good.
All right, bye, everybody.